Ever since Taylor Swift fans found out that Travis Kelce proposed to her, a lot of y'all crazy individuals started crashing out. I'm starting to think that some of y'all, if not all of y'all, are not okay mentally. Taylor Swift fans are by far the worst because y'all can never ever support what this woman is doing in real life. Kayla Nicole is definitely the worst because she's still jealous and bitter over the fact that Travis Kelce marries someone that he likes and loves, not because of what they have or what their body type is like. You're mad because he left you. And you're sitting on the podcast angry, bitter, miserable because you're not picked. Maybe it's because the way you were treating him in a relationship. Maybe it's because of the he said, she said. We really don't know what went down in y'all relationships. That's none of our business. But for some odd reason, you made it seem like he was in the wrong by leaving you. You've been at this. You've been at this for years, bro. Like, when are you gonna let it go and move on, bro? It's time to let it go. Seriously. Travis Kelce's triggered ex, Kayla Nicole, defends needs a rehash built after slew of backlash. I don't know if it's because of him or it's because of the fact that she's tripping. I think she's the one crashing out. Her and all the other black women on TikTok crying and complaining that he's about to be married to someone with no booty. He should have stayed with a black woman with a booty. That's literally what all of this is starting to sound like, to say the least. Kayla Nicole is defending her right to rehash bullshit after facing backlash for publicly discussing her romantic past with Travis Kelce. The sports journalist 33 hit back at critics once again in a recent episode of her pre-game podcast. For me, I don't fear necessarily being canceled because I don't think people hold that power. Nicole explained to the specialist guest Heather Sanders in the episode that dropped last Friday. So basically, you're not afraid of being canceled. I get it, canceling someone because they would rather bring up their past is one thing, but I truly think that you need to stay off social media and stay off the podcast if you cannot let go of your past. For some odd reason, the way you're sounding as if you have that right to be bitter and angry because the man that you love moved on to somebody that values him as a man, unlike you who never did anything for him in a relationship. Because that's the stuff I heard from you in the past. You're all about glitz and glamour, you're all about looks. Yeah, you're hot and everything, but it sounds like you brought nothing to the table at all. But you expected him to do everything XYZ in a relationship, but you can't even give him nothing in return. Yeah, sounds about right. What I was saying before is that Kayla is the type of person that refused to let go of her past because someone that she was once close with is moving on to somebody who appreciates him and values him as a person. And as I stated before, that you brought nothing to the table, but you just want him to do X, Y, Z. Can't cook or clean, don't know how to take accountability, because that's how majority of people are these days, you know. And for some odd reason, you and all the other black women on TikTok are crashing out, and you still not over what he did. All he did was leave the relationship and move on to something better. It ain't had nothing to do because of her being white. It's because she brings everything to the table in a relationship that makes the man happy. And I'm not saying that not all black women can do that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all some cool black women, you know what I'm saying? Look, in my opinion, there's still some good black women out there in the world. You just need to be careful of who you choose to be in a relationship with and have a baby with. That's the thing that a lot of us men really, really need to be concerned and be aware of. Because there are possibilities that if we ended up choosing that wrong person, like Brittany Renner, for example, then not only are our lives so cooked, we're doomed. It's our fault for picking the wrong woman. And then wonder why the world laughs at us, because we just mess up. We don't think with our heads. We don't think with our logic. We think with our pants. But I think the point I'm trying to make here is that there are still some great black women out here in this world. And like I said, we just need to be careful of who we choose and who we pick. So, as for Kayla, I really do think her and all the other black women on social media need to grow up. Like, you cannot relive the past forever. Because I'm starting to see this pattern all the time. When people break up with their ex, they can't move on. They're still holding on to what they had before. And it's not good for their mental health. It's not good for their well-being. In fact, it's making it 10 times worse. And it's causing them to crash out, spaz out, and go crazy because their ex moved on. They can't. They still feel that they can work something out. They can figure things out. They can figure out ways to overcome what they've done in the past. But the problem is, if that person started something in the relationship that made that partner break up with them in the first place, then it's obvious to me that you're the problem, not them. And that's exactly what is going on with Kayla and Travis Kelce, where they were going with each other in the past. And ever since he proposed to Taylor Swift, y'all really came out and crashed out. Like, I'm starting to think that some of y'all, if not all of y'all, are not okay. What y'all need to do is go touch grass. Go seek God, read the Bible, and get your lives together. Stop worrying about these celebrities and you worshiping these people all the time. They're not your gods. I've seen some crazy Taylor Swift fans out there that are willing to leave their partners if they don't listen to the same music or they don't agree with their politics, they don't agree what they agree on, they don't like what they like. I've done a story of one woman who divorced her husband because he was booing Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. Like, that's childish as F. And second of all, I've heard a lot of people that criticize on other people for criticizing Taylor Swift's music. If it's mid, it's mid. If it's bad, it's bad. That's called having an opinion. And all of a sudden, you just started crashing down on critics. You will stop at nothing to defend your idol. Now I'm starting to think that you're not fans, you're monsters. Like, you are literally monsters in real life. So, if you agree with me on this, great, I appreciate it. If not, then it is what it is. But I do appreciate y'all for stopping by and watching this video, because I feel like this needs to be talked about. I've seen so many people talk about this on TikTok, and I wanted to get my full story and opinions on this on YouTube. So yeah, what's y'all thoughts on this, man? Link to the article down below.